You know how this problem can be solved?
Talking more, communicating more with different
No,
departments?
if they actually played their own game.
Alley Club, are you ready to unlock Green Goblin, Rebirth, New Avengers, City Villains? What is the best plan of attack for these Goblin trials? Also, we got some updated raid rewards, an updated Mega Orb. Is there something else on the horizon? We're discussing all of that and more in this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. This week, I am joined by my brother, MobileGamer. And if you're ready for it, MobileGamer, let them know what to do, my brother.
Let's go smash it.
Oh, yeah. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. This is MobileGamer, and this is your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. We do this video every single week. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content, at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week. This type of video, question answer videos, gameplay videos, reveal videos, everything to help your experience in Marvel Strike Force. But without further ado, how are you doing, MobileGamer?
Aside from the crashing, pretty good.
I think I've gotten lucky. I haven't experienced any crashing, but I know a lot of people are experiencing that.
It's funny, like the people that have not had crashing, I don't think they understand how frustrating it is. And I don't know what percentage of players that are experiencing crashing, but the ones that are truly upset.
I could empathize because it sucks if you can't even play the game that you're wanting to play, or if you're in the middle of a battle and it crashes. And yeah, when is it going to get solved? I thought we got a new update with more stability, but I guess that didn't happen. But before,
it doesn't seem to be specific to emulators or phones or devices either. I mean,
usually iPhones was the gold standard, right? Even iPhones crashing on some people.
Dorky's having problems with his iPhone. I've had people tell me that their iPads. I mean, it just seems to be very intermittent on who it's affecting, but yet most people are like, it's not affecting me. You know, a lot of people tell me that all the time. I was like, I don't know. Good for you, man. I've been
lucky, man. I'm crossing my fingers. Yeah. I've been lucky and I haven't had any issues with it. But yeah, hopefully they get that solved. We'll talk about update 7.5 in a little, or 7.5.1 in just a little bit. But before that, I want to be the first to wish you a happy Thanosgiving, MobileGamer.
Get out of here.
I hope Thanosgiving goes well for you. I hope there's a lot of
that was 2 years ago, man. That was such a traumatic experience from 2 years ago, 2 Thanksgivings ago. Holy moly. Getting all of those orbs, getting like hundreds of orbs that gave you nothing. And you just have to sit there and open them. And I don't even think we had the open all button yet. And you just have to like open up the orb.
It was not a good.
They were worse than basic orbs. They were worse than basic. They were bad.
And well, I think for people that didn't play the game, they were like selling these offers for these orbs. We didn't know what the hell was in these orbs. Like, oh, you could get these orbs. And then when they finally were released, like after like a week after they were selling them, like, these are trash. Why was I buying these things? So do you think this year we'll get a Thangsgiving? Are they giving some Kang shards away this year?
I don't think they'll ever repeat that. And so
I hope you're right.
Well, I mean, the blog mentioned something about a player appreciation day, and then it got yanked because it was supposed, like, the date was dated on the 15th, and then they retracted it from the blog, saying that it was coming later this month. I'd have to go back and look at the blog post. Maybe.
Is that
who knows?
Is that the fun? Is that the fun that's coming back, Mobile?
Maybe that'll be the fun part of Thanksgiving. Oh, yes. I don't know. Yes. Well, they even mentioned that in the Halloween, the zombie Juggernaut unlock event, which was not well received because it was garbage, right? And then they acknowledged that it was supposed to be fun. It was supposed to be Thanksgiving, and they somehow missed the mark on that. And I feel like they're going to be more delicate about Thanksgiving events. I'm hoping the alert.
I mean, it's only a U.S. holiday. It's a worldwide game, but still, give people thanks for this stuff.
Hey, come celebrate 4th of July with us. Hey, okay.
All right. Well,
the world revolves around us ignorant Americans. My goodness, right?
Well, hopefully it's a great experience for everybody. But that's the big thing next week. The big thing this week, today, starting a little later today, as of us, and probably by the time you're watching it, it is live. But as of us recording this, Goblin Trials have not went live yet. It was on the test server. I played it through once with a sort of maxed out roster, 7 red, 7 gold stars on the characters, level 95, but nobody's gear 18. Everybody's 17, and there's no diamonds on any characters. What did you think of these restrictions for these? We knew about Rebirth. We knew about the new Avengers. City villains. There's not a lot of great city villains in the game. What is your plan of attack for city villains, Mobile?
Well, two things. Like, my experience with Hero Collector games, specifically Marvel Strike Force and Galaxy of Heroes, is that the unlock requirements usually get more strict and more complicated as the game progresses. That is the normal expectation, if you will. Like, so this right here does not surprise me. I'm wondering if, getting through the milestones and unlocking Green Goblin and some sort of team with even a 0-3 Green Goblin is going to be optimal. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I think you might be right. Getting through, get the unlock for Green Goblin and coming back, and he may be on the team for these high scores. I didn't use him on the test server. Black Cat obviously is going to be a great pick there, but yeah, I'm not sure who else would be the ideal picks for this. I guess the Sinister Six tried based on their recent reworks. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Let me know in the comments who you guys are taking in for city villains. Let's move on. Global.
This is kind of important on these leaderboard events. I mean, there's two parts to this event, right? There is the milestones, and then there's the leaderboard. So like the difficulty of these nodes and the difficulty of the requirements matters, but to get the milestones, right? But once you've gotten the milestones, you're competing against other people. If it's difficult for you, it's difficult for me. I'm competing against the guy next to me and so on, both experiencing the same amount of, this node is garbage. I have to use this team. I didn't want to upgrade. Everybody's going through the same thing after you've gotten through the milestones. It's literally a leaderboard, and then it's going to become a function of finding the team comp that works correctly and putting resources into a newer character that may be better than others. Are you willing to do that or not? Or is it going to be RNG, and are you going to be willing to play the event over and over and over again to get perfect randomness? So it's a function of time sometimes.
It's going to be a combination of all of them, I think. City villains, I think most people are like, oh, what am I going to do with this? As I've did this on a test server, look at these global blasters. Not a lot of great global blasters. We got Archangel there, Gambit. After that, there's not a lot of great choices on this. This is I think the toughest section that I experienced on the test server. So hopefully that is a little easier. What rank are you hoping for this mobile game? Where do you hope to end up by the end of this event? 6-star Green Goblin.
So my roster is in a strange place where it's little or no effort to get a 6-star. Like, I can go in and do one run and get a 6-star. And then if I want to get a 7-star, I've got to play like 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 hours more to get a 7-star. And whether that's worth it or not, I don't know. Like, I feel like the amount of extra effort for the size of roster that I have and the amount of frustration, it's just not worth it sometimes to go for a 7-star where I can get a 6-star super easy.
Or you can get a 7-star in the second run when it comes back. And that's
I mean, I've done this on a couple legendary events where I've gone in on the first day, did a single run, got my 6-star, and I'm thinking, wow, I spent 45 minutes on this. How much time did you spend on it? Here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was on the test server. It still took like an hour to get through all the trials, and I was like, I don't know if I want to go through all this again. But I think what I'm gonna do, just like I've done in the past, go through, get the unlock, get as high a score as I can. Maybe like difficulty 8. I think didn't seem that bad. And then and we have end game rosters, so not everybody's gonna be able to do that. But I think just if you are able to get the unlock, and then start to build up your characters and go through and do your final run towards the end. I think that's the best strategy for this, if you want to, like you said. So other thing I did want to mention, this is a 10-day event. We got a calendar here, and it was mentioned it's a 14-day calendar for a 10-day event. So these Tiger Shards, I don't think people are getting it. I think you can get these Mockingbird Shards because we got it a day early. So, but this Tiger Shards, not going to get that. So Yeah, what do you think that they screwed up on the timing of this, or they did this on purpose?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing on that calendar. You showing me this calendar today was the first time I've seen it, and I was just like, well, that doesn't make any sense. But then when does anything make sense?
Yeah, I think they don't always cross their T's and dot their I's. I did want to give you a little bit of a congratulations, Mobile Gamer. As we look at these rankings in our arena shard, we've been in the same arena shard for a while. I see you and super-skrull unlocked this week. A few days ago, I got that, and yeah, you've been inside the top 10, pretty much locked inside the top 10, because right now in arena shard as 10. How difficult was it for you to get this super-skrull? I'm hearing there's almost 2,000 super-skrulls in the game right now.
All right, I feel like I'm a little bit late to the party. Problem with Dark Dimensions, or not the problem, is the way that Dark Dimensions work is that it just doesn't happen accidentally. Whether that was Dark Dimension 3, Dark Dimension 4, Dark Dimension 5, Dark Dimension 6, it requires planning and being deliberate about upgrading certain parts of the roster, or else it just doesn't happen. And I was a little bit slow to that process. I mean, I was trying to do other things.
I'm even slower than you, Mobile Gamer. Yeah. I'm not even through Cosmic section yet.
No, but people that were deliberate about getting those 18s, and well, some of it's being in a top 1% alliance, which they're changing now, right? We're going to talk about the changes to the raid rewards.
Good changes, good changes.
But, you know, spending gold on the 18s and starting early, and then being an alliance that was getting the, you know, the top 100 or the top 1%. The gear 18s from the milestones on the bi-weekly. It was every 2 weeks, right? Every 2 weeks those rewards would come in. Anyways, they're significant. Yeah.
Yeah. The 1%. Now, what section, and looking back on this, what section did you struggle with the most? For me, Cosmic is horrible. Yeah. So 2 questions. What did you struggle with the most, and what did you take into Cosmic? Because I took in, as my 5th, I took in Ravager Stitcher. I think most people are taking in Kestrel, Kang, Vahl, and what is the 5th one that everybody's taking? Photon. So everybody has those first 4. What was your 5th in Cosmic, and what section was the worst for you?
That was to me, that was the most memorably terrible, was the Cosmic section. And my 5th was Useless, which was Star-Lord Annihilation. And then also,
at least it was cheap. At least it was cheap.
Yeah, and then also what I'm hearing is that the 5th on the second run is going to be super-skrull, baby scroll, and apparently you can one-shot all those nodes.
Oh my goodness! I guess it was tuned to super-skrull, or Dormammu is tuned to, or something. Because
I don't think you need Dormammu. I feel like I wish that I would have focused on getting my super-skrull up and running, and then maybe Weaver to make the global section a bit easier, because I'm struggling right now in global on my second run, and I didn't bring anybody up. A lot of people will bring another character up like Weaver in addition to Quicksilver and like Apocalypse, and then they have an easier time.
I love using Quicksilver and Apocalypse in that global section. That was awesome. The global section was fun. I'm not in SETI, I'm not in Legendary yet, so yeah, hopefully that's not as bad. But yeah, congratulations, my brother. Let's move on to this Sword Satellite that ended a few days ago. What did you think of this? I thought it was a fun game mode. I thought the rewards were very good. I was not able to get to milestone 17 because I don't have a super-skrull. Did you unlock super-skrull in time to get to this milestone 17?
I had a baby scroll then, and unfortunately getting past what I think it was 38 just wasn't a thing. With even the baby scroll. But I think if I would have had super-skrull, I could have moved past 38, 39, maybe possibly 40. Here's the thing. So I did a poll on this, and it felt like the community, like as far as like love to being like indifferent towards or hating the event, it wasn't as well received as I thought. I think it was like 35% of the community really loved this event. The reality, I think, of this event is that it is a large roster, veteran player friendly event, and the people that enjoyed this event the most seem to be the veteran, larger account players.
Is that a good thing? I did see like something that disturbed me, because on Reddit, like some people like, I just got through node 1 on this day, or I just got through node 2. Should they have opened it up for more players? I mean, or should it be limited? I mean, let me take that back. This was the initial rewards for diamonds, right? So I think they should have opened this up for more players because of that. But as far as the fun factor, did that limit the fun factor for a lot of players, keep players out of this?
Well, I can only speak for myself, as I thought it was fantastic. I had a blast. I don't know what to tell you. I enjoyed it very much. You know what I mean?
I did too. But, I have a large roster like yourself, so I think that's why.
And I placed similar to you. You know, I got through. I think I placed just in the top 1,000. I'm guessing you placed somewhere in the 1,000 to 7,000 right there. You know what I mean? I don't know. I was 2,000. Outside the top 2,000. Yeah. I had fun. I don't know what to tell you, but you know, how do you build an event that includes all players? This event definitely is weighted and leans towards in-game veteran players for sure.
Yeah. Now, when do you think it's going to return? Obviously, they're not going to do this a lot, but for the fun factor, I hope it comes back. I mean, obviously, I would love the rewards, but even if it didn't have the rewards, I would want this to return more often than not. So,
I really want to tackle this again now with a full scroll. I mean, I'd love to try it again. I mean, I don't know. I hope they feel like it's worth repeating or rebuilding or reissuing. I think it was overall well received. You know,
I agree.
So I hope they do it soon. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with it.
Yeah, I hope it comes back, and maybe I hope it comes back more often than the Avengers Tower or Pocket Dimension, because I think it's the best of both worlds. For me, this was fun and it had great rewards, so I like both of them. All right, let's talk about diamonds. Diamonds in the roster here. I got okay diamonds. I think the best pull that I've got so far was Nick Fury. I did end up buying Kang. I bought Kestrel. I bought Weaver in the store. The rest of these I pulled. What was your best diamond pull that you got so far with all these diamond orbs and everything that you got?
Are you ready? A 3 diamond. Are you ready? Ooh. 3 diamond Ronin.
Which Ronin? The new Avengers Ronin or the Kree Ronin?
The Kree Ronin.
Oh, I pulled a 2 diamond on Kree Ronin as well.
Yeah, so I mean I went and did the staples that you're talking about there. I think Kang, Kestrel, Weaver. I think a large percentage of the community already has them at 7 yellow, 7 red, and those are just like the logical choices to upgrade to 1 diamonds and others. You know what I mean? You know, maybe some of the Horsemen members, like you've got Agatha. I could see a lot of people doing like Gambit or maybe like OG Hulk or some characters like that. I think are going to be popular at first.
Yeah, and then this is what I'm doing. I shared this last week on the news, but all of these characters that I have diamonds on that I don't have all the stars on, they get this verse tag here because I'm not really using this for real-time PvP. So just the easy way for some people to go through and sort the characters that you have diamonds on. If you want to do that, this is some of the other characters that
that's actually kind of cool tip.
Yeah, so hopefully you could use that. Hopefully you could share that with your community so you can see the diamonds on the characters. But yeah, I bought this Robbie Reyes. I know I still don't have all the gold stars for him, but I did buy that character. And
don't do that. Don't buy the diamonds unless you got those yellows. Oh
I thought I would get him. I thought I would get it quicker than that. I thought it'd be some.
What if you pull a 1 diamond Robbie tomorrow out of an orb? Or didn't this happen to you back in the day with Drax? This happened. I remember this happened specifically back in the day with Drax. Like you're like, I'm gonna take Drax to 7 red, and then the next day you pull the 7 red right after you spent. That's when
something like that. Something like that. I don't know, but I think if you have the golds and the reds on Robbie, definitely worth it. And I was just like, I think I'm gonna get the gold soon. So I don't want to wait for him to show up in the store. I want to get him right now, but I definitely wouldn't recommend that to anybody.
I get it.
Yeah, because that happened with Kang. Now, some of these characters I did purchase the gold, the extra red stars for like Agatha and Zemo because I pulled them. But yeah, this is probably this most disappointing one, the Scarlet Spider there. All right, moving on now. Hopefully you guys got some good kits. Let me know in the comments, what is your best diamond character that you pulled and what is the best one that you purchased? We got a new artwork here for these challenges, which have not been updated for a while. They did update the artwork yesterday. When does this mean that we're getting some updates to these challenges? I know we were promised this back in, I believe it's update 7.1, if I'm not mistaken. Nothing has happened yet. They got delayed. Are we finally getting some updates to these challenges? I mean, some rewards that are actually current in the game.
So I feel like and I know this is to be true, I feel like there's a person over there that looks at the total amount of XYZ resources is given to the players by normal gameplay over a period of a month. And they know that you, ValleyFlyin, over the next month are going to get 117 million gold by playing the game. And so when they want to actually give you more gold, for some reason they say, well, we need that new number on a monthly basis to be 122 million.
Yeah.
Rather than just giving you that extra gold inside of a challenge, they want to do something else with it. They want you to get it with, like, if you buy and unlock the next character, you can get the gold by playing. If you get that new character early and you upgrade them to G, they're more incentivized. You know, if they want to give out resources, they want to do it in a way that is going to encourage you to spend more. I don't think challenges do that, so I think they're going to ignore them. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah, it makes perfect sense, which is very disappointing. It has logic behind it. But it did take the time to upgrade this, and they do that with certain characters. As you may have remembered with Peter Parker version of Spider-Man, they updated his animations in the game, and then like a couple months later, we got the Web Warriors. They had Doc Ock. His costume got animated a little differently, and then a couple months later, we got the reworks of Sinister Six. Right. There's one thing that I did want to show you, mobile gamers. If you go into here and go to ISO 8, come back. Peggy Carter has her bike now, so
when did that happen?
That happened last week, and
I've not seen that. I get so excited about a bike.
All right, so I did too. So I think I know. I think you know what it means. Let me know in the comments what you think it means, Valley Club, as we move on to this silly Wakandan Warriors milestone. So I got to ask you, do you hate your alliance, or were you using Wakandans to get inefficient scores in Cosmic Crucible this week?
All right. Oh God, this is complicated. So
I know that's why I asked it.
All right. For me, I hate this. First of all, you know, a single player event tied to alliance participation event, you know, like where if someone is not playing in a solo event, they're actually penalizing their alliance. And the Wakandans may or may not be an optimal team to use for winning, right? Your Wakandans may not be graded high enough, nor even if you have like every character in the game upgraded. I mean, what level of importance is Wakandans in the scope of offensive war teams? Are they even in the top 6 offensive Crucible teams? Like top 6 offensive Crucible teams, right?
I think they're in the 7 to 12 range. I don't think they're in that 1 to 6 range.
So this event is, you know, we have to blame only Scopely. You know, it puts you, you know, if you want to play the event correctly for points and help your alliance, it may be in direct conflict with playing Crucible correctly. And they should never push optimizing an event towards suboptimal gameplay. And that's exactly what this is doing.
Oh, I played very suboptimal this week. Make sure that I use my Wakandans in this. I even use M'Baku and Killmonger on some other sacrifice teams. Yesterday, I don't think I would have won the first day and the third day, but the second day I definitely threw it by using the Wakandans there. So,
there was, for me, I got lucky all 3 days. You know, the person that I was up against me used Infinity Watch, and you can use War Dogs with Dormammu and punch up pretty reasonably high and efficiently with that team there. But other than that, not very efficiently. You could punch up and win. It's a non-efficient battle at all. It's not efficient at all. But well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess you're right. But if it wasn't, I don't know if I would have used them. Like, I'm not. But if there was no Infinity Watch, what? Then I hate my alliance. Because I want to lose. I have to lose on purpose. You said that happened to you, right? You did a suboptimal attack with the Wakandans just because you're trying to help out your alliance, and basically it didn't do well for your Crucible ranking, right?
To me, it these rewards, these milestone rewards, are a little more valuable than a couple wars, because I'm in Diamond 3, and every matchup it seems like I'm facing someone with a super-skrull, so I'm like, maybe I should be back down in Diamond 2, because I don't know if I want to be in Diamond 3 anymore.
But I mean, it depends on what's important to you. I mean, if you want to min-max resources, then I think using Wakandan's the correct choice. But if you care about winning and you have competitive nature in your skin, you want to win for the sake of winning, the event's trash. It really just is. It's just that simple.
It felt bad. I like winning as well, and it felt bad like going and sacrificing with Wakandans. It's not
good game design, in my opinion.
No, it was worse though. Remember, it was worse. They changed it to it used to be win. So I'm glad they at least changed the play. I think that's all they could have done at this point. But do you think that they thought that Wakandans were still a good team? I mean, it's named after the Wakandans, or they're like, all right, we want you to play suboptimally. What do you think the disconnect came from here?
Yeah, I don't know who designs the events, but remember we were in the meeting with the guy that creates the room bonuses, and he said that Wakandans were on the way out. I mean, he knows they're not that great, but
is he the event designer though?
Yeah,
is my question.
That person is not interacting with the event designer, right? So there are people over there that know that Wakandans are not that great. For example, the guy that creates the room bonuses, right? You know who we're talking about, right? He knows. He was talking about Wakandans being on their way out and maybe not seeing a lot of play going forward. Anyways, that information was probably not relayed to the event designer, or whoever was in charge of making this event is not aware of it, or which could be solved. You know how this problem can be solved?
Talking more, communicating more with different departments?
If they actually played their own game.
There's some people that know, you know this from the Envoy Summit. There's some people that know exactly what's going on in the game, and there's other people that don't in Scopely. So I think communication is good.
I've given up on this idea that every single Scopely employee that works on Marvel Strike Force plays the game to the level and interest that it's just never going to happen in any gaming industry. The employee, there's going to be some employees, and I'm grateful that we've got some community members that have been moved up into Scopely. There's 3 in particular that I know of that they've been a force for the good because they actually play the game, which is great.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't design an event like this ever again that forces you to play suboptimally. This one doesn't seem as bad. This event that's coming up related to blitzing for start grant. And there's actually some pretty good rewards. If we take a look at the rewards, Vahl Shards, not even way before this stuff. 100 Vahl Shards in this, and if you don't have Kang unlocked here, there's 100 Kang Shards in this as well. So this blitzing event doesn't look as bad as far as the rewards. And the good thing about this, 1 hour cooldowns are back. And I know we don't like blitzing, but I've always said this, if I'm gonna have to do these stupid blitz events and do this, I'd rather do this in 16 hours to max out the event than 8. I'd rather do this in 8 hours than 16 hours. So this is better. What do you think of Blitz returns and now that we're getting 1 hour cooldowns for this?
I'm happy for the community. I want to acknowledge that the community thinks that this is great. I just do not like Blitz. So like this does not change anything as far as my opinion of the game mode. Or
I mean, a pig with lipstick looks better than just a normal pig, right?
Yeah, I feel like this is lipstick on a pig. I mean, they're trying to dress up something that is just bad, but it's not better, in my opinion. I mean, I guess the pig looks a little bit better.
It looks a little better, right? It's better than
maybe the 1 hour cooldown makes it a little bit better, but I just don't see it.
Vahl Shards. Come on, that's good.
Well, I mean, putting good rewards doesn't make the game mode better. It just makes it incentivizes me to play it for sure. But if rewards were stripped from all the game modes, I would still prefer and choose to play Crucible over Blitz.
I'm not a huge War fan. I'd even play War over Blitz because Blitz is not fun. It doesn't take any thought, doesn't take any effort.
It's not
just
a game
mindless.
mode.
It's mindless.
It's nothing. I don't like it. Anyways.
Oh,
I'm glad for the community. Everybody seems to love this 1 hour thing, and I'm like the only person that thinks it's terrible. I just don't like it. I don't know what to do. I just don't like it.
I think people are in agreement with you, but I think most of the community is like, hey, if we have to blitz, it's better to do 1 hour cooldowns than
fine. I agree.
I don't think it's that there's a disconnect there. Diamond Dormammu's are rewards here. Now I do want to give a PSA because this does not get you a Diamond Dormammu. You need to have the red stars on this, so you need to spend some dark promo credits to actually activate this. So if you are pushing for this, make sure that you have those dark promo credits that you could get that 7 red Dormammu before this gets active.
That's an option right there. So I mean, that's going to be met by
top 1,000
by spending money. I mean, I don't think that's going to be achieved by grinding in normal gameplay. I mean, maybe it's a function of spending and gameplay, but I feel like the people that are going to place in the top 1,000 are going to be.
Well, maybe they got a 7 red Dormammu from a previous grindy whale event.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna push and spend money, I mean, I think people are aware that diamonds don't work unless there's 7 reds and dark promotion credits.
I still see posts on Reddit that people aren't aware, so I did want to make people aware that you need reds on these characters.
I guess it's not obvious, but yeah, now that I think about it, it's not obvious. But yes, diamonds only work on 7/7s. So if you don't have, I think we know because when we were initially pitched diamond stars, that was our big hang up, was like, wow, the 7 yellows, 7 reds, we had issues with that, right?
Yeah. And it got made a lot better because of some of the feedback that we get. All right.
Yeah.
Also coming sometime to the game, and I got to be careful what question I ask because I know you know what this is for, but Symbiote Silver Surfer looks very good. I guess the only question I have right now is, what is your hype level for this right now? Symbiote Silver Surfer.
Boy, you asked a question. It was hard for me to, what I wanted to say, right?
Yeah, hype level. I'll tell my hype level is very high right now for this. I can't wait till this character comes in the game.
We saw a storyboard of what they had planned, so it wasn't finished and it looked really cool, right? So we were pretty hyped about this. Like this team, I mean, we don't know exactly how it's going to work or what it's going to do, but artistically, the team looked really cool. I was like, well, that's going to be awesome. I'm hyped about this. Yeah, this is going to be cool, actually.
All right, so since we can't say much, Valley Club, let me know in the comments. What is your hype level for Symbiote Silver Surfer, and what do you think this is going to be used for?
Don't oversell it, because people are going to have their own idea of what it's going to be, but it still is pretty cool in my opinion.
Well, the look of this character and the other characters on this team, I'm very hyped for. We don't know. Sure. We didn't see any kits or anything.
They could also change it by then. I mean, they could have changed their mind 9 times. So everything they show us was like so far away from being done.
Or they could have everything planned, everything set up, and Marvel's like, no, you can't do that, and then everything gets scrapped because that has happened in the past. They've had full things worked out, and Marvel says, no, you can't do that, and yeah. So hopefully this one sticks. All right, raid rewards. All right, this is really, really good.
This is huge, actually. Yeah,
I'm very, very happy that they've done this. On November 12th, so that was this past Sunday, a new season kicked off for the raid rewards, added more fragments. Very scared. This is important. Teal epic ores to the top 25% of the leaderboard. Very, very excited about this. Our alliance was not in the top 1%. But now it looks like with these new ranking rewards, just based on where we're placing, we're going to get a huge ton of rewards, 40 of these every week. This goes all the way down to the top 25%. Even that's 20 of these epic orbs per week. I guess 2,000 or so was the threshold for super-skrulls because now they're opening the floodgates on Gear 18. Yeah. What does this mean for alliances that were not inside that top 1%?
Yeah, so that top 1% was, someone did the math, was somewhere between 150 and 160 alliances. So like if you were in the top 160th alliance, you were getting good stuff. Yeah. Now people that are in the 500th, 5,000th, they're getting similar rewards from before.
Even more of this.
No,
even
I know,
the top 25%.
Yeah, but specifically the rewards are nearly mirrored. For the what was the top 1%, which is the top 150 alliance, has now been extended out to the top 5,000. So it's a big deal. Like, this should allow a larger number of players to get super-skrull much more quickly.
More super-skrulls in the wild. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because I'm one of the have-nots. I'm like, oh no, that's gonna be bad. But I think it's a good thing.
I think it's a good thing. I mean, he's the best character in the game. He's 1,000% meaningful.
Yeah. So more. I like it. All right. Other thing that got changed this past week is these mega orbs. They got improved. The character pool reduced from 50 characters to 30 of the most recent characters. And man, this orb is looking really, really good. What did you think of the mega orb as you saw this in game?
I haven't had a chance to open these, but obviously the change is good, and just by
look at these restricting characters.
Yeah, the 20 characters that are getting yanked out are probably characters I wouldn't want. So this makes the orb much more mega, if you will.
There's a lot of characters that I don't have a 7-star in this orb right now.
That looks really juicy to me. All of those characters look like something I would want. It makes mega orbs actually like meaningful.
Hopefully I could get this and activate my diamonds on Robbie, but
there you go.
That's not happening. But yeah, this is a great change that happened to the game. One of the changes that I was hoping would happen to the game is more stability added to the game, but even version 7.5.1 available for download. What does this do? What does this do at all? I don't know if this changed anything. I was hoping this would at least bring the drag and drop feature for the save squads back. That did not. It is still not active. So have you heard any positives about this 7.5.1?
I haven't personally experienced anything in the positive. I mean, I had crashes just the other day. Yeah. And I know people say, well, it's like because you play on an emulator. My understanding is this is negative. There's still crashes and lag issues on iPhones even. Yeah. Jeez. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's better. I don't have any data to suggest it's better. Maybe it's better than it was, but it definitely is still a problem.
Well, yeah. So hopefully this gets back. I mean, what they said, the drag and drop feature, getting an anomaly detected, and I guess it was specifically related to the Assembles the Marvel event. This was published on November 10th. They were targeting a release late this week or sometime this week. Do you think that we are going to get this back this week, or is it going to be pushed out to next week?
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like this is a problem I created because you really don't need to move characters around in that Marvel event, but I was doing it just because I always move them around now, and it was crashing the game, and then I reported the bug, and then they take away from the drag and drop, which I use in every single game mode. Yeah, I mean, I don't care about the Marvels event. Turn this back on.
Yes, and just realize that if you do it during the Marvels event, that it's going to crash the game.
Or just disable it for the Marvels event, or just tell people to not move characters around in the Marvels event. You don't need to turn this off.
I like that second option.
Like, I'm sorry that I identified this bug, because I feel like if I knew they were going to just turn it off everywhere, I wouldn't have even turned it in.
Scopely, put it back on. Just let people know, don't do it during the Marvels event. And yeah, this is taking so much, having me take so much extra time in Cosmic Crucible, in War.
Drag and drop was one of the best things that ever came to this game.
Yes.
If they could just they could add a button to toggle from ISOs, that'll be so awesome, right? Toggling ISOs and then toggling ISOs, drag and drop, and then being able to see the ISO counterattack on the basics in game. Those three things, they did one of three, right?
Yes, two more, Scopely. You've almost got it right. And this is an interesting change that they made. These diamond stamp cards.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
All right.
$2,500 for not even 6 orbs. Like you're gonna get if we get 11,500 fragments if you spend $2,500. I mean, there's $2,075 offers right now so that you can get 21 orbs for 2,000. You still don't have enough to get the 2,500 on the stamp card, so you need to spend another $425. Get out of here! Come on.
Is this going to change your purchasing at all? Like maybe instead of a $25 character open it, you're going to do a $15 just so you get one more stamp.
No.
Yeah, this is not going to affect me one way or the other. This is not enticing or stopping my purchases, but normally my purchases are lower than 50. So, I don't think this is for most players. This is for like the top 0.1% that this is for. All right.
Cool.
Let's talk about this. The Marvel Studios What If trailer was just released a few hours ago. This is going to be released on December 22nd, and it's going to be 9 episodes every single day. So it's going to go from the 22nd to the 30th. What is your hype level for this? I really enjoyed season 1 of What If. What are your thoughts on this?
So I do like this. It's funny. It seems like most of the shows that are on streaming services are miniseries, right? So there's a continuous story, and if you miss a part of an episode or skip it an episode, or someone in your household's on a different episode than you, then that is what it is, right?
Yeah.
You all kind of have to be on the same page. I never thought that I would say that I like these single serving, if you will, episodes, but I kind of do. They did something like this inside for Star Wars also, and I very much, it was animated as well. It wasn't What If, but it was a single serving episodes, kind of where they gave some backstories on some of the characters. And this is just fantastic. And I'm looking forward to this because I can be more casual with my experience watching it, if it makes any sense.
Well, it kind of tied into that end episode in season 1, right? So it seemed like it was all disjointed and it all came together in that last episode. So maybe that's what they're going to do with this. You sent me something that I didn't see before, all the episode list. What do you think if any of these characters will be introduced to Marvel Strike Force? Nebula joined the Nova Corps. Peter Quill attacks Earth Mighty as heroes. Happy Hogan saved Christmas. Iron Man crashed into the Grandmaster. Captain Carter fought the Hydra Stomper. Avengers assembled in 1602. What if Hela found the 10 rings? Kahori reshaped the world as Strange Supreme intervened.
So there was another press release with this that basically they're going to be brand new characters. A lot of these episodes will have brand new episodes, like you said. Kahori, I believe, is Native American theme or origin story, and there are new characters coming. I don't know. I mean, I think Marvel does a good job of trying a lot of things. I mean, it seems like for every 10 new superheroes that they create stories for, maybe one blows up. Like if we look at like Squirrel Girl or Gwenpool or any of those characters, I mean, those were a product of a large batch of other characters that have already been forgotten. And so this is a part of the Marvel cycle. They throw a lot of stuff on the wall, and sometimes something sticks and sometimes it doesn't. And then we've got a Marvel universe with 10,000, thousands and thousands of characters, right? You know what I mean? It's some of them blow up, some of them don't. Should they be coming to Marvel Strike Force? I don't know, man. Maybe one of them blows up. I mean, this Hela 10 Rings one is super interesting to me.
That looks fun. Another Undying team. And you mentioned
what about costumes?
What about
costumes?
A lot of costumes. Happy Hogan, maybe? Maybe Happy Hogan? He's not even named. But you mentioned Kahori, but we were talking before, Native American. Spider-Weaver has those Native American origins. Yeah. Are we getting something else for the Tangle, do you think?
Yeah, I don't think so. Because I did watch a video and an article about that character in particular, and I don't know enough about Native American, but I think there's entirely different backstories, different tribes. Like, it wouldn't even make sense. I mean, they're not all the same, and I don't know enough about them, if that makes any sense.
Gotcha.
But it sounded like Disney was, the article that I read about Kahori sounded like it was important to Disney to get it to be at least culturally and historically accurate, and they had they talked about all the experts that they went to make it authentic, and I thought that was pretty interesting.
That's good. I'm looking forward to this. Let me know what your hype level is in the comments, and that is about it for Marvel Strike Force. Any other final thoughts, my brother?
Let's go smash it.
Other than the crashing, how much fun are you having in Marvel Strike Force right now? Crash it, baby. Yes.
Hey, the crashing is beyond infuriating. And I understand if you haven't experienced it, but it's, especially if you're playing something competitive with us, Tower or Alliance War or Cosmic Crucible, to lose because of a crash is not cool. It's just not. It's not cool. Like for example, I mean, it's just horrible. But I feel like there has been a lot of meaningful gameplay that's been rewarding for me in the last couple of weeks. And other than the crashing, I've been enjoying the game.
So hopefully they fix that very soon. Hopefully there's update 7.5.2 that fixes all this and gives our save squads channel the drag and drop back on our saws. Yeah, bring that back. Bring that back right away. Don't disable it.
Drag and drop, toggle ISO right before you go into battle, and ISO safety attacks published in game.
Yes.
Just click on the basic attack. You can see what the actual ISO safety attack does. I don't understand why this is not a thing. We don't even get on msf.gg anymore. They stopped publishing it there also. It's actually really infuriating.
Yeah, we got to look at the old blog posts to see what their ISOs and all that stuff is. Yeah. So yeah, fix your game, Scopely. There's a lot of good things, but there's a lot of bad things going on that hopefully you could solve very, very quickly. But that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it gave you some value, and good luck with these Goblin trials. If it did provide you some value, if this video did provide you some value, leave it a like and a comment. Leave it a like
button.
Yeah, smash it. It's free. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you check out MobileGamer's channel. Make sure you check out his streams. Some awesome stuff there. And I'll see you guys next time. Are you ready for a Hulk fist bump? All right, I'll see you guys next time. If you want to check out what are the best teams in the game, ranked from best to worst, check out the video up there. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin, MobileGamer, out!